Every driver will face a car breakdown eventually, but panic is completely optional. Today we are breaking down the absolute science and strategy of surviving automotive emergencies without getting stranded or scammed. Stick around because by the end of this breakdown, you'll know exactly what to do in the first 30 seconds. The 5 emergencies that account for nearly every roadside disaster, the towing scams quietly bleeding drivers dry, and the one thing inside your trunk that could literally save your life. Buckle up, the first 30 seconds. When something goes wrong on the road, your brain gets about 30 seconds to make decisions that shape the next 30 minutes. Most people waste those seconds. They slam the brakes, they jerk the wheel, they freeze. The pros do something different. They run a rhythm. Hazards on, eyes up, hands steady, coast. Don't brake hard. Glide toward the right shoulder, away from traffic. And only then, when the car has stopped moving, they breathe and start to assess. Hazards. Steer, coast, stop, breathe. Burn that order into your memory now, because in a real emergency, your nervous system is not going to hand you bonus time to think it through. But that's not all. Knowing the rhythm means nothing if you can't recognize what's actually going wrong with the car. The big 5 emergencies. Roadside disasters sound infinite, but almost everything that goes sideways on a car falls into 5 buckets. Flat tire, dead battery, overheating engine, fuel problem, getting stuck in mud, snow, sand, or a soft shoulder. A flat tire feels like the car suddenly developed a mind of its own, pulling sideways. A thump, thump, thump under your seat. And if your dashboard lights up a yellow horseshoe icon, that's your tire pressure monitoring system, your TPMS, telling you something is already wrong before it gets worse. Ease off the gas. Do not slam the brakes. Steer gently to the shoulder and let the car coast down. If you've got a spare tire in the trunk, you may be able to handle this one yourself. AAA, the American Automobile Association, responds to millions of flat tire calls every year from drivers who didn't even know they had a spare. A dead battery is the click, click, click that haunts every driver's nightmares. Or the dashboard lights up like a Christmas tree while the engine just sits there refusing to cooperate. That's almost always your battery, or the alternator playing dead. An overheating engine is the one nobody respects until it bites them. Temperature gauge climbing into the red, steam from under the hood, a sweet smell of coolant. Pull over now, and do not, I cannot stress this enough, open that radiator cap. Not now. Not in 15 minutes. Wait until the engine is cold, or you'll catch a face full of pressurized boiling chemicals. Fuel issues come in 2 flavors. Empty tank, which is embarrassing, or contaminated fuel, which is sneaky. Bad gas can stall an engine miles down the road with 0 warning. AAA data suggests more than 500,000 drivers run out of gas every single year. It's more common than anyone wants to admit. And then there's the classic stuck. The instinct is to floor it. Don't. Spinning tires only dig you deeper into whatever swallowed you. Here's a bonus one nobody puts on the list: the vehicle lockout. AAA fields tens of millions of service calls every year, and lockouts, keys locked inside, keys broken off, key fob dead, consistently rank in the top 3 reasons people call for help. So yes, that belongs in your mental toolkit too. It gets worse though. The stranded scam, because the second you stop on the side of the road, you become a target, not just for traffic and for opportunists. There is an entire shadow industry built around stranded drivers, predatory tow trucks that happen to drive by within minutes, roadside helpers who appear out of nowhere with a price list, shops that take possession of your car and suddenly discover $6,000 worth of imaginary problems. The NICB, the National Insurance Crime Bureau, has documented an 89% increase in predatory towing complaints over recent years. These aren't isolated incidents. They've labeled it a nationwide epidemic, and their data shows it's concentrated around busy highway interchanges and major metro areas. The reason this is happening is that breakdown moments make you desperate, and desperate people sign anything. Predatory tow operators monitor scanner traffic, scout busy interchanges, and sometimes pay tipsters at gas stations. By the time you're standing on the shoulder, your car has already been quietly priced and packaged. Here is how you defend yourself. 1. Never accept a tow from anyone who arrived uninvited. 2. Only call your insurance roadside line, your auto club. AAA is the most widely recognized, with over 56 million members and verified tow networks. Or a tow company you've Googled in real time. 3. Get the price in writing before the hook goes under your bumper, including drop-off location, mileage fees, and storage rates. If they refuse, that's your answer. Wave them off and call somebody else. It It gets crazier when you realize most of this can be avoided with one piece of paperwork most drivers don't even read: your insurance policy's roadside section. It's usually free. It's usually already included. People simply don't know it exists. The kit nobody talks about. Now let's talk about the trunk. The real emergency kit is not what the internet sells you. It's not a flashy 99-piece roadside bag full of zip ties, foam, and a plastic whistle. Here's what actually saves you: a small lithium jump pack the size of a paperback book. Look for one rated at least 1000 peak amps, which covers most passenger cars and small trucks. Larger vehicles need closer to 2000 peak amps. Check the cold cranking amps rating too. That's the real number that tells you whether the pack can actually start your engine in cold weather, not just the marketing peak amp figure. It jumps a dead battery in seconds without needing another car or a stranger to pull over. Game over for the most common breakdown on Earth. A real tire inflator that plugs into your power outlet, not a foam can, a pump. And yes, check that your spare tire is actually back there and properly inflated before you ever need it. A flat spare is one of the cruelest surprises the road has to offer. A tow strap rated for your vehicle's weight, not a rope. A strap, a folding LED triangle, better yet two, bright, blinking, visible from a quarter mile away. These keep you alive on the shoulder more than anything else in your kit. Water, a phone charger, a printed copy of your insurance card and roadside number, including your AAA membership number if you have one, because your phone will die at the worst possible moment every single time. And one thing nobody mentions: a thick pair of gloves. The first time you actually need to change a tire in the rain or fish a strap under a muddy bumper, you'll understand why. But listen to this: none of that gear matters if you're standing in the wrong place. The pro moves. The most dangerous spot on the road isn't the highway lane, it's the shoulder. Cars drift. Distracted drivers stare straight at flashing hazards instead of the road in front of them. Roughly one person every 12 hours in the US alone gets hit while standing next to a broken down car. And here's something most drivers don't know: every single US state has a move over law. That means if you're broken down with hazards on, drivers behind you are legally required to move over a lane or slow down significantly. Knowing that won't stop every distracted driver, but it matters when you're the one calling it in and describing your situation to dispatch. So the pros do this. They get out of the driver's side only when the passenger side is the one facing traffic. They walk around the back of the car, never in front of it. They stand behind the guardrail or up the embankment, never between the vehicle and oncoming lanes. Hazards on, dome light on at night, and they call before they get out, not after. Pros also pull one quiet trick most drivers ignore: location pinning. Before doing anything else, they drop a pin on their map app and screenshot it, because the second you call for help, the first question dispatch asks is, "Where are you exactly?" Near a tree on the highway is not an answer that ends well. One last move, and this one surprises everyone. If your phone has SOS or emergency satellite features, and most modern phones do, turn them on before you ever need them. Some newer vehicles with OnStar or similar OEM roadside systems can automatically detect a breakdown and ping for help without you touching a button. But regardless of what your car has built in, activate your phone's emergency settings now in your driveway, because the moment you're stranded with no signal at 3 in the morning, you do not want to be reading a setup menu by the glow of your dashboard. Breakdowns are inevitable. Panic is not. Every driver who has ever been stranded and walked away calm wasn't lucky. They were prepared. They knew the rhythm. They knew the 5 emergencies. They knew the scams. They had the right kit in the right spot with the right plan. Now you do too. If this saved you a future headache, smash the like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment. What's the worst breakdown you've ever survived? We read every single one. Drive safe out there.